This episode of Bring Back the Porch, brought to you by Bernie Leahy, River Street Realty. Let's get you home. Well, look who's on the porch today. This is the most people we have had in this room and this porch in the 5 months that we've been together.
Really?
So welcome.
Well,
Bernie
thank you.
Leahy, Mr. President. Ina Leahy, the hand behind the power. The power behind it. I'm not sure. She gives you this every now and then. Yeah, that's how it
power.
goes.
Power.
Yes.
A lot of power.
I don't know if he has told you this, Ina, but whenever he talks about you, he says he's 51% and you're 49%. I don't know if you knew that.
I know.
Okay.
He tells me that too.
Okay, well, just so we're doing,
Yeah.
any
We know
stories
where
out
the
of school
real
here.
power is.
Well, every man knows where the real power
No,
is.
I'm very clear on where the power is.
Yes, and our general manager, Lynnette Schneider.
Yes.
Everybody has a title here.
Yes.
Well, as far as titles, the most important title, really, when we look at how things have gone. Mm-hmm. Lynette's been amazing and is very qualified and knowledgeable. Many others, I'm not sure. I'm not deep on these names.
Keeps us on the air and out of trouble.
Yeah, does a good job
Yeah.
and very stable. Because sometimes some of us aren't that.
We tend to go off on tangents.
We can.
We can.
have.
We might do it here too. We already have. Why are we here?
And then Brian Konrad is the face and the voice.
He's the foundation.
He's the foundation. We didn't hear him for a while. It was glad when the first podcast we did, and I think you were sitting beside me, and he started. I said it's great to hear that voice again.
Yes,
that voice.
Yeah.
It's not ready for that voice to go away. Mm-hmm. So that's one big part that makes me really happy. But I'll let Brian. This podcast is really just to let people know how we've done.
Where we've been and where we hope to go.
Where we hope to go. Yeah. And we've done very well for a group of people that didn't really know where we were going.
It all started in a 5,000 watt radio. No, wait a minute. That was
in 1920.
Ted Baxter. Yeah. Ted Baxter. No, I looked at my phone today. It was the 28th of July when Bernie, Lynnette, and her husband, Bob Schneider, gathered here for the first time to talk about the possibility of doing something after chat went and turned out the lights on us. And we have been brainstorming. We have gone to a podcast summit. I didn't know anything about podcasts until I went there. My kids told me after that I was out of work that, Dad, you got to do a podcast. Oh, what's a podcast? I had no clue what a podcast. I knew it was like a radio thing that they recorded and some people listened to, but it wasn't in my universe until we went to Calgary. Yeah. And then I learned a whole lot about podcasts.
That was a great weekend, actually.
It was. Mm-hmm. It was very interesting to hear that other people started their podcasts the way that we did, like didn't know what they were doing, and we'll just throw some microphones in a room and see where we land. And they found audiences, and they have, made a success out of what they did, and had advice that has helped us.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they were very helpful in things that we should do and maybe we shouldn't do, and we've stumbled our way to where we are today. And where we are today is pretty darn good.
Yes.
You have got some numbers which blew me away.
Well, our overall platforms that we're on, we have a couple. We have Facebook, we have YouTube, TikTok, and then we also are on Instagram. Through the help of our friends at the college, we found out that we should be on TikTok and Instagram. We thought we could just muddle through on Facebook and YouTube. But what we found is when we added that Instagram part to it, we've really seen exponential growth.
Oh, wow.
Our meta platforms, as they're called, that'd be Instagram and Facebook, we've had a total of 395,798 views. And to me, that's more than just Medicine Hat.
Yeah.
I was going to say.
So, and our growth rate in our first quarter here, which probably would be September till December, we've seen 143% growth.
Wow.
So there's something to build there. They're
That's
amazing
awesome.
numbers. And then if we look at the audience that we're gaining about, I think it's about 30 plus a week on Instagram of followers. But we don't necessarily have to have followers to have viewers, which is something I didn't realize. I thought you had to have the followers to get the views.
Yeah.
So it's been kind of interesting that the potential for us to create something that somebody that doesn't know anything about us, they'll see it and want to see more. That is a huge promising thing for us. Our TikTok, which we started, I think, after we met the students in October.
Yeah, but mid-October.
Mid-October.
Just around election time.
Yeah. So we had on TikTok up until yesterday and in December, we've had 140,000 views on
wow.
TikTok. And we've had some TikToks that have done over 30,000 views.
That's cool.
So
The podcast that we did with the lady from the fire department,
Kelly Ireland.
Yes.
Yeah.
that one
It caught fire.
It
caught fire.
Caught fire literally on Instagram.
Does she know that? I wonder if we.
Well, we'll tell her.
I messaged her and told her, and she was impressed.
Yeah.
Yeah, she needs to, because she did a great job, and I was thinking about that yesterday. I wonder if she knows, which she will know, because that, a lot of people watched
Well,
that.
it was over 156,000 views by the end of the year.
Wow.
Just that one. And it was specifically a short reel that we did about her talking about a lady who fell asleep with a cell phone under her pillow and woke up to her hair on fire.
Oh my God. Yeah.
So, I mean, what we are wondering is if other fire departments looked at this and said, let's share this with our followers and get the message out, like you shouldn't be sleeping with electronics in your bed. You know?
Ever.
So, ever. So those are some of the things that we've seen on our socials, but we also have the traditional podcast, which is, we use a service named Buzzsprout that distributes the podcast to Apple Music, and it distributes it to Spotify and anywhere you would listen to podcasts. And it's been our podcast has been downloaded from August till December, till the end of the year here. We've had over 3,500 downloads, which means somebody's gone and put it on their device. And 46% of those devices are Apple phones, in case you were wondering.
Oh, wow.
But we do have people that download to their computer, but it's like 7% or something like that.
So Buzzsprout, when we first started the podcast, which is 5 years ago, like we started, and then I didn't have an editor or a place to do it, but Buzzsprout you found to be very helpful.
Very helpful. The platform itself is very easy to use, but also they give you tools and tricks of the trade. They help you stay informed on trends that are happening, and they do provide some education, so you're not just trying to be in the wilderness and figure it out for yourself. They do provide some of that stuff, which has been very helpful for me to kind of navigate how to expand, even in our socials, expand in a way that's beneficial and not just spin our wheels. Yeah.
The other thing that blew me away was that we have people downloading our show from Asia.
Yes.
And I can speak Mandarin Chinese.
Yes. Well, we've had 117 downloads to Asia, 21 to Europe, 10 to South America, 1 to Africa, 1 to Oceania, which is Australia, and 3,744 to North America. So that's Canada, USA, Mexico. What Brian's talking about being spoken or being heard in another language is a development through YouTube, where we've reached sort of a milestone with YouTube that now our podcast can be translated.
Wow.
22 different languages. So
That's so cool.
And then we have a friend that helps us on the porch, Anna.
hi, Anna.
Hello, Anna. We miss Anna. and Anna's from the Ukraine, and she listened, and she said it was spot on.
In
Yes.
2 languages, she checked
listened
us
to
out.
Russian and Ukrainian.
That's right.
Yeah. So if anybody is listening and watching and wants to test this for us and give us feedback if YouTube's doing a good job for us, we'd love to hear what you have to
Oh,
say.
absolutely.
Yeah.
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 I'd be interested in knowing what Ina thinks of all of this, because you started this. You gave your husband the idea. You gave him the command. You need to get a hobby.
Yes. Well, I think it's been fantastic. I love the fact that he is engaged in it, and bringing you guys on has just been amazing. It's been a lot of fun.
She's going to get weepy.
Yeah?
Oh, don't start, because then I'll start.
We'll have to get a mop and a bucket.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe if we could get Kleenex to sponsor us, we could have some
Oh,
Kleenex
yes.
on the
There you go.
or
Yeah,
Scotties.
we're void of Kleenex in the
Yes.
in the studio, and that's something that we should fix.
We'll tell the general manager.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes.
okay. I'm on it. I'm
Yeah.
on it.
Actually, I'll get some. But anyways, carry on. Sorry.
Well, I just think it's been amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We call ourselves the Hobbits because you told them to get a hobby. And
Yeah.
3 of us, Bob, Lynnette, and
So
I are
I came
hobbits.
home and said, "Well, I got my hobby." I didn't know it was going to be 3 of them.
And what a hobby it's been.
You know, it's it's been great. It's a good group. We are all kind of on the same page, as we really didn't know what we were doing, which has kind of been in the jobs that I've had over the years. I went in, I didn't know what I was doing, and I figured it out, and it worked out, and this will work out.
I think it has.
Yeah.
And so that stuff, Lynnette, makes, the truth is I don't really understand it. So I go off you guys. If you guys are happy, I'm really happy.
Yeah.
I like where the future is. We did some work with the college last month.
That was a highlight for me.
And so that made me feel really good. And being with those kids was amazing.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, like I said in our podcast, if you ever want to get, down on kids, just come with us the next time we go to the college, and we hope to do more with them.
Well, and I think that's something else I'd like to point out is whenever we've invited anybody onto the podcast or sent out an email or a feeler to say, would you come on and talk about whatever's going on, the excitement from people about coming on and being a part of this has really been, that's another thing that's kind of pumps your tires a bit, right?
Yeah.
I remember Dan Hamilton from Cypress County when he was doing an interview prior to the election, and he told us afterwards that he did not like doing interviews because it just wasn't his thing. But he enjoyed his conversation with us, and by the time he left, he was like, anything you people need, you just give me a call and we'll be there.
Well, when you come in here, it's, if you're nervous, understandable, but I think we're a pretty good group. And and I'm not always here, but no, people are treated well, and we don't want to be controversial in any way whatsoever, and won't be, right? That's not you guys either.
Yeah.
And but my goal in 2026 is to promote Medicine Hat, to do some more stuff with the college. But I think we have a platform where we can make Medicine Hat look much better. It's a great place, but we can share the knowledge about it. And so we've got some ideas. And so far, it's been amazing.
What I have heard from the people that we've interviewed is that they appreciate the opportunity to tell the whole story, the whole side of their story, as opposed to a little clip here and a little clip there. Now, yes, we do, through technology, cut it up into shorts where people that just want to see a little bit here, there, they can do that. But we get the opportunity, for instance, with the teachers' strike. We had the 2 representatives from the ATA here talking about what it was like for them. That was just the day before they were legislated back to work, and that was probably the first video we had that went through the roof.
That was TikTok, over 18,000 views on TikTok. speaking about the fact that we weren't going to get any more teachers in our neck of the woods when they talk about the 3,000 teachers they were bringing.
Yep.
The other part to that is that when we have a conversation, it really is a conversation. We are not editing it to be biased to one side or the other. We really don't stop. If there's funny pauses or I'm wiping away a tear or something, it all stays in. It's real. And that authenticity is something that I think is something that people appreciate, because in a world where everybody's made up and has to look perfect, we're not that.
We don't look perfect.
The hair and makeup department hasn't opened yet.
There's no budget.
I've always said I got a face made for radio.
Yeah. And so I think that's something else that there's a certain audience for, is that we're real people. We really live here. We talk about things that are going on in our community and beyond. Some problems aren't just our problem, you know, and we try to bring in people that not only do they have an opinion, but they maybe have advice or or can be instrumental into helping with things, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think in 2020, Ina did a podcast with a psychiatrist a couple of weeks ago, and I think we'd like to kind of reach into that wellness area, and Ina will help out with, because that's her kind of area in her day-to-day job. So I'd like to do some more stuff on wellness, physical, emotional, like the whole different pillars of wellness. And we're going to hopefully go back to the college and do some work there, which is actually pretty exciting. And we're going to go visit them in a couple of weeks. And we're hoping to do some little documentaries. And Mr. Conrad is going.
My dad?
You're Mr. Conrad.
Okay.
Would like, and is going to carry on with the thing that he did at Chat, which is I forget what it's called.
Our town.
Our Towns.
Yeah.
So we're excited about that. We've got all the equipment that we need. We are starting to bring in some money.
Yes.
So we had our first check brought in.
Oh, really?
Our thanks to Mike and Wanda Ansel of
Yes.
Medicine Hat Monumental. They are our first sponsor.
And-
There's the check. Bob's holding it up in the background. Those of you
And-
can't see it, but
Let me say this about Medicine Hat Monumental. I am honored that this is our first group that's supported us, or first family, because that's an amazing company. I knew Mr. Ansel, Bert,
his wife Yvonne.
and Yvonne. And so I'm really on, and that's a great company where they do amazing work and look after their families very well. I've, when I was a funeral director, used them exclusively. They did my parents' monument, and will do mine. You know, if you should.
Sure.
How
I'll
soon?
remember that.
How soon?
Don't go
Right
pre-ordering.
Right after the show. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, anyways, that's a big deal for us.
It is.
And we got some others that we're been working on, and so because obviously we need to get some money in, but our biggest thing is we don't want to take the money until we can figure out how to provide.
We want to make sure we are offering value
Yes.
Yes.
to
And
the people who support us.
the service part of this, we wanted to make sure that our service is top notch. And we're up against some heavy hitters in the media when you talk about things like a Bell or a Rogers or
Yep.
or that have podcasts, they have things, but what they don't have is they don't have Brian Konrad, and they don't have that ability to tell a story about Medicine Hat the way that we can, you know.
No, I really want it to be where we can send stuff out about our city and about the benefit and what makes us the best. And
Yeah, and
We'll do it.
I also wanted to make sure that we thanked Jim Groom because he has been on here 4 times, I believe.
Yes.
He didn't turn down the second invitation to come on. He has shared his knowledge with us on a variety of political topics, and I always appreciate his expertise.
No, we like it when Jim comes down here.
And Nicole Neubauer is another one that you'll be seeing shortly. Fascinating. She has so much energy. She's involved with the agricultural school that through the Yule Family Foundation is being set up out at Eagle Butte High School. As I listened to her talk, I thought, why hasn't somebody done this before? But I'll let you watch the podcast because it is going to be appearing on a device near you.
Very soon.
Very soon. And it is amazing. It is something that is just going to... It just, like I say, why this wasn't done before in this particular area where agriculture is the base of all we do. It's long overdue, but it's going to be amazing.
No, I think that's great stuff.
And I'm hoping Jim will come back in for some more podcasting.
Well, there's always something to talk about.
There's always something to
politically.
talk about, yes. And, politics is one of those things that they said in podcasting, well, you can't be you have to be a political podcast. Well, we don't have to be anything we don't want to be. We can have a podcast that's about politics, and the next one could be about grooming your cat. Whatever we want to do, and whatever our audience wants to listen to or thinks is important, they'll let us know what they think. And I mean, we're a part of the community. When we see things come up that we think needs to be spotlighted or focused on, that's what we want to do.
This is probably a good time, too, to tell anybody who is watching or listening, if there's something you would like us to do, put it in the comments. We will read those comments.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Because there's, some of the stuff, like our towns, like there's some folks in Medicine Hat that are amazing people, whether it's been archery or whatever it's been. And nobody knows about it.
Yeah.
And it's things that are interesting. Mm-hmm. And for us to do a podcast, even to go on location, we took our stuff to the college. It's an easy thing for us to do. I mean,
we did our first live. We did a live on YouTube too. When we did Meet the
forgot
Builder.
about that,
So,
and that went well. So
yes.
Let me say this to Bob and you. So that was about a project that I'm doing for condos, and so Bob and Lynnette and Ina and I and Brian, we went to this presentation out behind Cook's Funeral Home. Reflections. That's a
Beautiful
great place.
Facility.
That's
The old Eagles.
yeah.
Yes.
I'd like to have Rod
Whiskey
on
Creek,
actually
yeah.
and talk about if he would come on with you, Ina, and then talk about that facility. That's an amazing place. So, anyways, so we videotaped Josh's presentation about the condos, and with our new camera, which works really well. And so then people started to get to know about this presentation that weren't able to make it. So we sent out a package, Brittany has. And so I heard from 2 people today. Ina heard from one, and it was the presentation that really got them interested because Josh went through all the different, how it's built and the soundproofing. And so there you go, Bob.
Way to go, Bob.
Way to go, Bob. Man behind the curtain. Bob Schneider,
Bob,
everybody.
Bob did a great job.
To famously quote Bob, there's a reason why I've spent 45 years behind the camera and not in front.
And we love Bob the way he is.
Yes.
And that's okay.
We'll take him
And
the way he is.
Don't go changing.
So, and then we have Chris in today helping us.
Chris
with
Marfleet.
Marfleet. He's in just doing some switching. Is that what it's called?
Yes, that's right. He's our switcher today.
He appears to be doing okay. And what do you hope for in 2026 for Bring Back the Porch?
Advertisers. We want to get paid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and that's a tough one because we don't, as I said, we came in, we didn't really know a bunch. I mean, everybody knew what they knew. I didn't know anything about this stuff. And I think we have to get somebody that's going to look after the advertising and go out and see people, Lynnette's done a lot of work over the holidays to kind of show people what we've done and how we've done it and where we are. And I think we're at a point now where people can look at that and say, you know what, I think I could put some money behind this.
Yeah.
And then what worries us the most is getting the money is easy, is how do we provide service and quality? And I'm not worried about that. It's just,
because we were all involved in producing content
yes.
when we were at Chat. We didn't sell it. Somebody else sold it and made the big bucks.
But,
Those sales guys.
you know, I would say this, for as long as we've been doing this, which is not very long,
No.
we have tried to be studious. We've tried to be thoughtful. We've tried to work in a way that benefits all of us. We have a track record of making every day. So the thing is, if we just stick to what we're doing,
Yeah. No, we'll be okay.
accept, you know, that people like us, which is a hard thing, then we can move forward. We will just continue to progress and to grow.
With the good graces of the Lord, that will happen.
I think we're okay. I'm very confident. It'll be okay. And we've had a lot of fun. And that was the main thing that Brian and I had talked about over the phone was it has to be a great environment, and then we have to have a lot of fun. And when people come in here, they understand that and they feel it. I know that. Yep. So,
Last words?
I know.
No, I think all the best in 2026. Just keep on going.
Yep.
I can't wait to see what's coming around the corner.
No, we don't know what's going to happen, but we'll be here to talk about it.
We're not in control.
No. Bernie, Ina, Lynnette, Bob, and Chris way in the back there, thank you, and thank you, everybody, and hope that 2026 is everything you hope it will be.
Yes.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.